gets right back into it, it's a best of 3, or one team takes a commanding lead. I mean, it's, and to think that you're not even halfway there yet to the Stanley Cup.
Here's Dougie Hamilton, throws it towards the net. It's deflected and ends up out of play.
You know, you got to win 16 games, and these teams aren't even close to the halfway mark yet. It's the toil on your emotional and physical levels is insane. As we look at a one face-off and the puck comes to the net, goes off a body and up into the netting. Face-offs always a big part of the playoffs, in that, you know, in the offensive zone especially, the defensive zone especially. I mean, every face-off's important in my mind because it's possession. You want possession, and if you get possession, a puck to the net, and Dougie Hamilton is more than capable of scoring from that range.
Michael McLeod will take the face-off against Jordan Staal. Won it back for Hamilton. Right over to Siegenthaler. He'll lift it in. Miles Wood after it back of the net. Wood trying to knock it down. Comes up with it. Has a look around. He'll drop it off into the corner. McLeod on it back of the net. Bastian goes to the front of the goal. McLeod spins. Dumps it off for Wood. Jacob Slavin will poke it up the boards. Nate just doesn't get it out. McLeod has got it, and he'll get it back down low. Bastian on it. Hands it off for McLeod. Throw it on net, and a save made by Anderson. Bastian trying to catch up to it. Staal is in. Brent Burns looked to play it. Burns lost it in the corner. Woods got it. Left it for McLeod. Early pressure here by the Devils. McLeod stays on the puck. Watched by Staal, trying to shake him off. McLeod will hand it off. Bastian in front. Great chance for Hamilton, and Frederik Andersen comes up with a big stop. Hurricanes scramble for a change. Siegenthaler off for Hamilton. He'll deflect it in. Crowd loves the start to this one. And now a chance again. Snapped on goal. They score. Timo Meier. 1-0 Devils.
Well, this isn't just a goal. You have to go back probably a minute and a half to look at the pressure in the offensive zone. McLeod, you heard Kelly Rudy talking about him. He's got 4 points his last couple of games. And how about that pass from McLeod to Hamilton, driving to the net? He's been quiet productivity-wise. Good to see him get going. And then a turnover by Pesce out into the high slot. And this is just a real poor decision to make. And the shot that comes to the net, you got Hughes in front creating a bit of a screen, finds its way through the 5-hole, and a guy who was -4 in game 3 is dash 1 already. That's Pesce. That defense pairing of him and Shea, they got beat up pretty good in game 3.
And they're coming again. Here's Jack Hughes throwing it in front. Meier trying to find it. It's cleared away, and the Hurricanes will get it out to center. Timo Meier with goals in back-to-back games. A goal in game 3 with his first of the playoffs. And the Devils 6-0-2 this season in the regular season and playoffs when he scores a goal. And won each of the last 5 he scored in. So a good start for New Jersey. Kotkaniemi lost it on the boards. Chatfield will fire it back in. Meier looks to clear it out. They don't get it by Kotkaniemi as Dawson Mercer moves it at center. He's bumped by Jesper Foss, so the Hurricanes regroup.
I didn't think he'd get off the ice after that hit by Trouba in game 7 versus the Rangers. I mean, that's about as hard as you can get hit. And he's come back from that.
Chatfield throws it on net. It's off the arm of Vanacek. Well, they're going to get the goal to Jack Hughes, saying he got his stick on it in front. As Nason will touch the puck, and it's blown out at the line on a hand pass.
Well, definitely Hughes was in the vicinity, and this is a guy with a 4-point night. Here's the shot from Meier, a rolling puck, and yes, right there, it looks like it glances off the shaft of the stick or the inside shin pad. It drops right down through the 5-hole on Anderson. And that's just about going to the tough areas. This isn't a real big guy. This isn't a muscular guy by any means. This is a real talented player that has to time it to get to that spot at the right time so that he's not standing there getting beat on and beat on. He cruises through. Great hand-eye coordination. Good on Meier to get it to the net. And the Devils strike first.
So it's Jack Hughes that gets his 6th of the playoffs. He had 2 goals in game 3. Youngest player in franchise history to record 4 points in a playoff game. Burns will catch this in the corner. Feeds it up the middle. Sebastian Aho off for Nason. And off the boards and into the Devils' end. Hamilton goes after the puck. He'll leave it for Nico Hischier. Aho trying to find it. Ace it out front for Jarvis, knocked away. Slavin trying to poke at it. Jesper Bratt will clear it out. It'll make it down into the Hurricane zone, and Sebastian Aho is on it. Chased by Palat, forced a turnover. Comes out front, kick to the shot. Drury will clear it to center. That's off the stick of Hughes. And Natchez will play it in the rest of the way. Puck comes up the wing. Hughes looking around for it, but it's knocked back to the far side. Timo Meier steps into Brett Pesce. Jack Hughes on the puck. Overskates and lost it in front. Great save, Vanacek. Another stop. Big smile as he denies. Jordan Staal on the doorstep.
Those are big saves. At one end, you got Anderson, who's got to be sharp here. You can't afford to let another one go in. Aho gets a bit loose with this one. Palat comes in, uses his big frame to steal it. Just can't get a hand on burying it coming out from behind the net. And then Hughes overskates this. Turnover right there. Staal with the one-timer towards the net. That is a great right leg, left leg combination of saves by Vitek Vanacek. That was just wonderful. Gives the Devils a little bit of confidence moving forward. It's been a rotating bunch of goaltenders in this series.
Shea with a shot that hit Mackenzie McEachern on the way to the goal. He drives into the lineup for Carolina tonight in place of Jesse Puljujarvi, who's a scratch. Stastny up the boards. Brady Shea at the point. Will play it back down low. Got away from Derek Stepan. Poke loose as Ball tries to work it for New Jersey. Kevin Ball takes a whack at it, put it off the dasher board. McEachern handed out for Stastny into the corner. Ball rolls it around to Marino. Up the wing, Bastion there waiting for it, but Shea got to it first. Throws it on net. Vanacek the save. He knocked it loose. And Marino will take it. Up onto the wing by Shea and out, and that'll roll down the ice into Carolina territory.
A smart play by Marino. If you're going to throw the puck around the wall or off the boards from your zone, make it icing. It doesn't matter if it makes it down the other end or not. You just don't want to throw a soft one.
Download the app and see for yourself why Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book.
You know, there's going to be a number of times where you're going to get a puck or your partner goes D to you, and you don't have a lot. There's nothing. Your winger's on the wall, but there's guys all over him there. Get it high, get it on the glass, get it out into the neutral zone. You can get your line change, and you can still forecheck that puck. It's a smart play by Marino.
Paula knocks it back in the net. Severson will play it off, and Jack Hughes leaves it for David Severson. Long bounce pass connects. Haula flipped it in. Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi goes after it. Hughes stays on him. Kotkaniemi off the boards, knocked down by Haula. Hughes in front, trying to connect with Tomas Tatar, and it's swiped away by Slavin. Luke Hughes on the puck for his brother Jack. As Jack Hughes tried to get to the net, and that was cut off. Kotkaniemi will lift it in the corner. Jordan Martin goes after it. Luke Hughes takes Martin up to the boards. It's not free for Tatar. Tomas Tatar will play it out. Hughes dumps it back into his own end. The Devils can reset. Severson chased behind his own net by Martin. Hischier weaves his way through center. Nico Hischier throws it in front, deflected wide. Pratt got it back to the line, but it escaped Hamilton, and he has to retreat to his own zone to get it.
Hischer's one of those guys. He's been productive. He's been good on the defensive side of things, but man, you'd like to see him score a few more goals to help the Devils' cause.
Andre Palat up with a puck, trying to get away from Shane Gostisbehere. And Gostisbehere will knock it loose. Can't catch up to it, but he forced the Devils back. As Siegenthaler will hand it off. New Jersey right back to the attack. Hamilton, a back for Hamilton's shot. Blocked away by Anderson. Grabbed by Hischier, centered in front. Oh, and a great chance for Andre Palat. Sebastian Aho will lift it out. He'll get it into the New Jersey zone, and that will be brought back on an icing call.
Well, I mentioned Dougie Hamilton. In the last 6 games in the playoffs, he has no points, and so far, he's been around the net tonight. You look at that play where he went down into the front of the net and had that little tip play at the net. And then there, the give and go, and the shot to the net from Dougie Hamilton from a distance, but nonetheless creates a rebound, creates opportunity. Good to see him getting involved in the offense. You got to push it from the backside.
Brendan Smith up for Jack Hughes off his stick. Timo Meier played in front for Hughes. Hughes to the line. Marino waits. He'll dump it in deep. And Mercer ran into the goal. He was tangled up with Chatfield. It'll come off in behind Anderson. And it rolls all the way to Vanacek. He'll put a glove on it to take a whistle and get a break.
Download the app and see for yourself why Bet365 is the world's favorite sportsbook.
Well, the one thing, if you're Lindy Ruff, you'd like to see is your team come out of the gate. You heard, talking to Ryan Leslie, you heard you say, look, we're going to see a much better Hurricane team, so we have to be prepared for that. Play the same way, but be prepared for our opponent to be a lot harder to play against, and they've certainly started this one more than prepared for the Hurricanes to be a much better team. And if they're not, shame on them. Shame on them if they're not ready to go. We've seen one poor play turn into a goal already. We'll see if they can tighten that up.
Puck chip to the line, not out though, as Marino will get it back. Forced by Stahl, up the middle for Dawson Mercer. Mercer out of the wing, Meyer got it back for Mercer. He'll chip it down low. Hughes on the puck, centered in front. Great save by Anderson off Meyer. Kicks out another one with Mercer going to the net. Here's Smith, takes the shot, it floats to the net. And it's caught by Anderson, and he'll hold on as the Devils keep pressing. Jack Hughes with the opening goal. It's 1-0 New Jersey in Game 4.
Advice. Everybody's got some advice.
Heard about NFTs?
There are books on advice, even shows on advice.
Big, small business!
In a world full of cookie cutter, one-size-fits-all, trust me, I know it all advice. Maybe it's time for a different kind of advice. Advice that comes from getting to know you, that understands your perspective before giving you a new one. Scotiabank, you're richer than you think.
Hey, you! Can we come together? Hey, you!
New Balance, we got now.
You want to build your own bet? Then you need to try Same Game Parlay from Bet365. Who? When? What? How many? It's totally up to you. It's your bet. You decide. Download the app and see for yourself why Bet365 is the world's favorite sportsbook.
My brother and I, we work hard. But when we hit the road in my F-150, we work smart, which means more time to play. Find the F-150 for your playground.
Start your journey with this great offer at your local Ford store or Ford.ca.
This period brought to you by Scotiabank and Scene Plus. Enter now and you could score a trip to the Stanley Cup Final with an eligible Scotiabank Scene Plus debit or credit card.
Well, we'll take you back to where it all began, the childhood of the Hughes brothers, and certainly prominent tonight with Luke and Jack, speaking with Jack in the pregame about just sharing this adventure and this journey with his younger brother, and all kinds of history between these three, and certainly two in this game tonight. Ken Danico saying Luke reminds him skating of Scott Stevens. Pretty impressive stuff. And how about a little extra support? Trevor Zegras on hand alongside Jim Hughes, father to the boys. Gentlemen.
There's Luke with a shot that goes wide. Nice to see all the Marlies gear on the kids. I remember them being youngsters hanging around Jimmy at the rink. Jim Hughes was an assistant coach with the Toronto Marlies. Puck gets cleared out. And it is Luke Hughes that's back on it. He's up the middle. Damon Severson is there. He'll curl back. Flips it across. Connects with Jesper Bratt. On ahead for Andre Palat. Pesci trying to swipe it away. He'll get it to center, and it is stopped by Severson. Plays it off. Hischier works his way in on the wing and turned back as Brady Shea will send it down the ice. Luke Hughes after the rolling puck. Jesper Fox moves in on it quickly, but Hughes escapes. Luke Hughes to center. Got it in over the line for Hischier. Takes the shot, and it was blocked as Chatfield got in the way. Martin got it. Bounced it out to center. That one's too far for Fast on net. And played off by Vitek Vanacek as Siegenthaler moves it up for Miles Wood. Wood throws it across for Siegenthaler. Net comes off. as Wood crashed into the goal in behind Vitek Vanacek and knocked it off.
Well, there's nothing wrong in this game with having a good set of wheels. Not only can it help you get up and down the ice, but it can take you away from getting hard hits. Here he uses his net. That's the smart play of this whole thing. He turns, uses the net for protection, he gets moving, and he doesn't overstay his welcome. He takes the ice that's given to him, and when that is running out, and he feels like, okay, I'm running out of space, he moves the puck to somebody else, and then gets back to his position. That's just the smart way to do it, especially as you're kind of feeling your way into your first playoff games. His debut the other night was great, as we heard from Ryan Leslie. The coach thought it was a great effort by him. Just stay within yourself, take what's given to you, and don't try to overdo it, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Jack and Luke Hughes became the first set of brothers to record points on the same playoff goal since Daniel and Henrik Sedin in Game 6 of the 2015 first round. Puck cleared out off the foot of Burns. Turned and dumped right back in by Seth Jarvis. Stopped back in the net by Vanacek. And now it is carried up through center by McLeod. He'll gain the line, left it for Jack Hughes. Fed it across. Tatar shoots. That one missed. Mason will roll it into the corner as Dougie Hamilton goes after it. Checked by Jarvis. Sebastian Aho can't come up with it. Jack Hughes will lead the rush back through center. Flipped it in, and it's knocked away by the hand of Burns, who tries to hold off Tatar. Hughes on the puck. Got it in front, and Seth Jarvis is there to take it away. Aho for Slavin. Played across. Burns was stepping off for a change. That was nearly a dangerous play for Carolina, but Slavin will get it down the ice. Marino hands it off for Eric Haula. He'll flip it in. Stahl goes after it. Got in front of Pratt. Up onto the wing. Natchez couldn't find it in his feet. Andre Palat into the corner. Trying to chase it down behind the net. Stahl got there first. Jordan Stahl will hand it off for Pesci. Through the feet of Drury. Stahl will play it in. Stopped right away by Marino. Hand it off for Ball. Up onto the wing, and Palat angles it into the Hurricane zone. Brady Shea will leave it for Shane Gostisbehere. Watched by Dawson Mercer. Gostisbehere tried for the long feed. Wanted to connect with Derek Stepan. McEachran racing in for Carolina, trying to get there. Stepan wants to pull it up for the corner. Stastny there to assist. Brings it around. Chatfield dumped it off. McEachran trying to leave it for Stastny back to the net. Stastny comes up with it. On the points to the point. Gostisbehere over to Chatfield with a shot. That's a big block by Hughes. McEachran for Stastny. He'll wait. Centered in front. Vanacek with a save on Derek Stepan. Hughes will poke it out to center. Chatfield stopped it. Hughes trying to get by Chatfield, but he'll hold the red line. And it's dumped back into the double zone as Vanacek's out of the goal to play. Siegenthaler put it off of Stepan, but now Hamilton is on it. Trying to connect with Miles Wood, and that was picked off. Here's Martinook with a shot, and that sails over the net. He's after the rebound, and Siegenthaler falls on it. They'll play it loose. Grabbed by Jesper Fast. Hit that loose stick in the corner as he's bumped by Bastian. That forced a turnover. McLeod will get it out. Here comes Siegenthaler. Over the line, dumps it in. Oh, that took a weird hop off Frederik Andersen. Jesper Fast up with a puck. Clears it up for Martinook. Got it to center, but it is Siegenthaler that's there.
Every now and then a stick with no one holding it jumps up and bites you. And that was a stick check there. Whoever stick that is laying on the ice, it certainly was helpful to the New Jersey Devils.
Hamilton trying to play it up for Hischier. Palat will backhand it in. It's forced out as Marino stops it at center. Now lifted in by Derek Stepan. There's that stick again. Is it going to get in the way of Smith this time? No, he's able to work it up for Palat. And he'll get it out. Hischier worked it back in, and that is called on the offside. Derek Stepan with a great chance to try and even the score for Carolina, but can't put it home in a 1-0 Devils lead.
In other news, dog food sales are through the roof with a huge rise in pet ownership. Isn't that interesting?
When you're ready to make a trade, the new, easy, and intuitive Scotia iTrade app is too.
Isn't it nice when your coffee comes with a cookie on the side? How did they know you'd like something more? What about streaming a podcast or watching an episode instead of downloading ahead? Nice to have, right? When something's nice to have, more people should have it. That's why you can get Rogers 5G mobile plans now as low as $55 a month and count on more value to come because we're with you all the way.
Did somebody say skip?
What are you doing? I only eat right wings. Right winger, right wings.
Right. Score the lowest fees with Skip.
Chevrolet Silverado factory lifted trucks. Where will they take you? The 2023 Silverado ZR2, LT Trail Boss, and Custom Trail Boss. Because adventure is everywhere.
Well, he just got his second point of these playoffs, but sometimes it's not just the point production, it's what you do as a player. And the one thing that Timo Meier brings to the table is his size and his strength. He came over from Switzerland to Canada, and he had Dominic Ducharme as his coach out in Halifax, and he told him, play physical, play strong. And although he only has the 2 points, he has 35 shots on net, which is second on the New Jersey Devils. He leads the team in hits. He's played about 17 minutes, and I told you earlier, he took that vicious hit from Jacob Trouba, and then when they went to the handshake line, he said to Trouba, man, you hit me hard. He said it's the hardest he'd ever been hit. But you know what? You get up, you dust